No. Can you hear me?
Okay. Now?
You can hear me and I can hear you.
All right. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. Just, had to take a few minutes there. Now I'm trying this with the tablet, so I'm going to see if this is better or worse or what, but it's just getting it to stand up where I want it to be. Oh my gosh. There.
Ta-da! Hi.
How are you? Doing all right?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Oh, I feel like I'm sinking into this chair. It's low.
Well, it's funny. I'm sitting in front of a window.
There, yeah.
For the light.
Yeah.
This room is pretty dark without all the overhead lights. So I really can't see because I'm being blinded by the light.
Your body. Oh, that's good though. At least you have some sun.
Yes, it's beautiful here. It's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, if I need to move anything, I'm going to have to, it's going to take me a while because I can't see the little arrow.
Let's see. All right, now I got a split screen. There we go. Now I can see you and I can see me too. Wow.
Yeah, we are actually on top of one another. I'd rather have a side by side.
Yeah, I don't know that you can you flip that?
I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, well.
You might have to do it on your side because I don't know that I could do anything.
I thought I gave you permission to do everything. Maybe not.
I don't know. I don't know how this all works. I don't see anything, like last time we were talking about it. Now I'm on a tablet, so it's totally different. But I was just with these other people meeting, in another meeting before you. And I couldn't see everybody. I could see 4 people at a time. I couldn't see everybody. And then they are saying you could mute your microphone. So I'm sitting here as quiet as a mouse because anytime you make any noise, it goes to that person.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here as quiet as I can. I don't want to make noise. Other people are talking. And I don't want to look while I'm trying to
growling or something.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
knitting group? Were you doing like a knitting?
No, it wasn't a knitting group. It's a Bible study group. So I'm going to take this Bible study group that my girlfriend invited me to. It's some of the same people that I used to go to church with up north and do Bible study with. So there's a lot of new people I didn't know. But yeah, so it should be good because, just haven't connected down here with anybody in a church setting. So
yeah,
that's I don't know.
Glad. It's funny with everything that's going on. There's as horrible as everything is, there are a couple of good things and things like that.
Yeah.
And look at us. We're back together again.
I think it's wonderful. And I love that aspect of it because if you can't be next to people or, living in a different area now, it's so nice to connect and be face to face.
Exactly. I agree. So
I might not have recognized if I didn't, because it's been so many years since I've seen them and we've all changed in some respects.
Somehow there's no stopping that.
Yeah, this is not my hair color I used to have,
But it is now.
So, and I look very tan in this picture.
There's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, but do I look okay when you see me on the other end?
You look gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Good. Thank you. So do you. It's good to see you. You got your hair curled today.
Yes, I just didn't do it. This is my hair all natural.
You know what, Karen? If you should leave it like that. It looks beautiful. I love it. I love it.
When I blow dry, it takes 45 minutes. I'm just not into it. It's so long because I haven't been able to get it done. And
I like it.
it's multicolored, you know, really dark up here, really light down here, really light over here. So it's all good. It's all good.
I like it. It looks good. So
Everybody
what do you have
else in the world is suffering as well. So
well, if you were down here, you could make your appointment and go to your hairdresser.
that's right. Okay, so why don't we introduce ourselves? So we are SSK Yarners.
Of course.
Yeah. And I am Karen, and I am here in North Carolina.
And I am Sharon, and I am here in North Georgia.
In North Georgia. Now, Georgia did open up their hair salons as well as tattoo parlors.
And yes, hair and nail and tattoo. And some restaurants are opening, but I think for the most part, a lot of them are a little leery about opening. But yesterday was the day they were supposed to be able to open. So
that's good. So are you going to get out and about, or like?
I'm not in a hurry to get out and about with a lot of people, you know. But you know and I don't normally go out and about a lot anyways. I mean, I'm home most of the time. So, you know, it's just would be nice to be able to do some things, you know, without going to the grocery store. I don't want to shop at the grocery store, you know.
I have not been to the grocery store since the first week of March. That's what Dave's been doing. I literally have not been anywhere since the first week of March. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think the hard part is being told that you can't. It's not that I miss going anywhere. It's just being told that you can't do those things. You know, it's sort of.
We talked about that last week. Remember, we were like, okay, so what would I be doing if we didn't have a pandemic? The same exact thing I'm doing now.
Exactly.
Except I would be going to the grocery store.
Exactly. And you might do a little extra running. You might run into a little shop here or there, you know, to just get out and get some, you know, because I mean, if I do go out.
I would definitely get my hair done.
Well, you know, I've had my hair long forever, so it doesn't really, my hair doesn't bother me because it's usually pulled back. What bothers me is my neck. I look like I really got a chicken neck. I should have something up here.
Voila. That's not why, but I'm assuming maybe, I don't know. We have a very thin neck, so.
I actually put my sweater on because it's chilly this morning, but I think it's going to warm up. It's going to be a beautiful day, but it's chilly out there.
I went for a walk this morning, 45 degrees.
Yeah, I know, but it's perfect. I love it.
It is, and it makes me walk faster.
Yes, it does, but it's perfect. I love it when it's that way in the morning.
It is. So we are doing a podcast again, right? So this is a crafty podcast, knitting. I don't have any crochet, but certainly some sewing. What else? You're learning. You're trying to learn how to spin.
I'm trying to learn. I pulled the wheel out last week after I spoke with you, and I fluffed up the fiber, and I think I don't have a clue, you know. So,
wow.
And it's, you know, I've taught myself a lot of things, but it's difficult sometimes to learn. And sometimes it's easier when you have some guidance. And I think that part of the problem is that fiber is compacted because it's been sitting for a while. So I did loosen it up some and it seems to help, but oh boy, I have a long way to go. But I'll get there.
I wonder if it dried out at all, because you can put it in a bag and mist it a little bit. I wonder if that would help, moisten it.
Well, I don't know. It just seems like when I go to pull it, because you know you're actually like pulling and letting it spin, and then you know. Well, actually, you have to sort of pull out. You have this, you know, roving fiber, and you have to pull it, tug at it, and then as it's spinning, it pulls it and spins it, and it goes, you know, onto the spool. And I think it's really just really, I gotta like really pull on it. And when I watch people spinning, you know, because I've watched some lessons on Blueprint and on YouTube too, because I was people on YouTube. So that's what I was trying to figure things out. people are saying sometimes they pre-draft it a little bit by loosening it up.
Okay.
So I tried doing that and it seemed to help, but it is really tight to pull on. So I'm thinking that, it's been sitting, it's probably been in plastic bags for years. It could be, I'm not sure how long. And I think the fibers just are compacted, because even when I look at it compared to what other people are holding, it looks more solid and not as light and airy. But, hey, it's a learning experience, and I haven't paid for this fiber. So if I'm going to ruin something, I might as well ruin something that,
absolutely. And again,
I haven't spent money on.
Wool can dry out. So, it may be worth just a little bit of a spritz of water.
Yeah, I could try that and see what happens.
Because it is protein fiber, right? So,
yeah. Definitely. Just like us, we dry out.
That's right. Oh God, do we dry out?
A little bit more lotion here or there.
Exactly. So we used to do a podcast. It's been a long time since we've done one. So we were talking about it last week and decided with everything that's going on, you and I are looking for podcasts. So we thought, well, why not throw up some podcasts just to give everybody a sense of what we've been up to and how we're dealing with this whole pandemic COVID-19 thing. And so we're going to be doing some. We don't know how often. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And also thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. And hit the little bell next to the subscribe. So you get notifications when we do, because we're not exactly sure yet, right? How often? No. So.
We're going to have to see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so you cringed when you said thumbs down. Hey, I'm all for it. You don't like it, thumbs down it's not. Hey, it's okay. We don't.
I don't know
personally, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever given a thumbs down.
I don't think I ever would. I think if I didn't enjoy something, I just wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, it's not for me, right?
That's how I feel. It's just not for me. And if it's not what I'm looking for, then, I don't have to be negative. I can just move on. And I'm okay with moving on. Yeah. And I'm okay if other people move on too.
But if you do want to give a thumbs down, that's cool. That's fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. So I came across something that I did earlier in the year. I'll share it next time. But I set 20 goals for 2020.
Oh, did you?
I did back in late January. And you know what? I totally forgot all about it. I came across it yesterday. I'm like, oh yeah, I did. Have you? Never looked at it again.
Have you attained any of them though? Even though
No, I was embarrassed. I didn't even read it. I'm like, wow, it's already April, almost May. So I'm going to go over that this week. And maybe I have accomplished some, maybe I haven't. I don't even know what's on it. I forget, but I know sewing is on it.
Yeah, I didn't write any goals down. I don't usually do, those kind of things at the beginning of the year, but I did have in my mind things that I did want to accomplish this year. And I have crossed a couple of those off my list. So, which is fine. If I get more done, that's great. And my plan is to get more done, and I should have probably gotten a lot more done. But
you've been making you've made a lot of face masks. You said over 200 last week. You probably more. So
yeah, I have really made a lot of face masks. I actually got my elastic that I ordered almost 4 weeks ago.
Oh, good.
I used up what I had, so I have more elastic to make more masks. In fact, yesterday I did make some more masks for someone who requested them. So that's great. I mean, I'm great. It's fine to do that. And I like to sew, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's great.
So now that I have more elastic, it'll be just a little bit easier to make a few more and I don't know, hang them out or hand them out to people who might need them, I guess,
You never know.
Although I don't go many places, but there are people in my neighborhood. I do walk and I do see, so it would be okay to carry them and just, hand them off if they'd like them.
Yeah, exactly. And you never know. They say it's going to come back in the fall. So, if they don't have a vaccine by then, we're going to need them again. So,
well, yeah. And I think, it might just be something that for a while people will wear when they're out and about, just as a precaution to protect others from getting this virus, if maybe they're carriers of it. We don't know, you know.
Yes. And I think it was very generous that you made 200 and already handed those out. So that's really nice. It's good. Yeah,
People,
I don't sew, right?
yeah.
I
Well,
don't
you
sew.
did.
Look at this thing, would you?
It's a nice pillow.
Simple triangle. I said, I'm going to make a pillow for the dog, right? For Bitsy. He's arthritic now. So I said, I took out all those old pillows, the memory foam. I'm like, this is going to be, I'll practice my sewing. I pulled out the sewing machine, got it all set up, and got the bobbin. I had to look it up. I had to look up in the manual. So looked it all up, started sewing, and the very first inch somehow got stuck in the machine. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I have no idea what I did. No idea.
Well, I don't think it's anything that you did. I think that sewing machines sometimes get hungry for fabric, and they do that.
It was hungry.
But I will tell you, there's a way to fix that.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes it is because we like to start sewing from the very edge of our fabric, and there's really nothing, like there's nothing more for the feed dogs to grip onto, so the fabric gets sucked in and it gets jammed in there, and it's really tough to get out. You really just need to get an excess little scrap of fabric, fold it, a couple times, and sew onto that, and then just sew off of that onto your project, and it won't happen.
That's brilliant, because that's exactly what happened. Because I tried to start at the edge. I was going to bring it in a little and then go reverse.
Yeah.
So look at that. I already learned something new.
Yeah, and actually often I do use that little scrap of fabric. I usually, it's just cotton fabric, regular quilters.
So you line it up, you don't overlap it?
I just stick it right. Yeah, I fold it in half. Let me see if I have it. Yeah. Looks like this. It's just a scrap.
Okay. So you use it over and over again.
I use it over and over again. You can see there's like strings hanging from it and everything like that. But I just put, I put the pressure foot right on it. Like I don't start from the very edge. I start, anywhere towards the edge, but the foot is completely on this. Okay. And then I sew right off onto my fabric.
Wow, perfect.
Yep. And so this gives it stability, and it's already started. And then what I've noticed is sometimes when I am starting a project, if I don't do this and I backstitch, it makes a bunch of little, looks ugly on the back. The threads get caught up somehow. And so this prevents that too. So it prevents your machine from eating the thread, and it prevents your machine from, getting those threads all caught up on the back of your nice fabric.
Well, perfect, because I walked away, I turned everything off, and I said, tomorrow, I'll figure it out tomorrow. And I did. I came up and I tugged and pulled, and it finally came out. But then once I started sewing, boom, I was done within, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, So I got a sewing project done.
Yay. It's always good to get a project of any kind done.
And Bitsy likes it. It took him a bit. First I switched out his current bed with the new bed, and he went over to the old bed.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Dave goes, look, and I looked and his head was on it. And I'm like, yay, slowly. And then now he's using it every day. Yeah. So yeah.
You got to get familiar with it.
Yes. He's not good with change. Not at all.
Well, just like people, we don't always like change. And we always like our old favorite sweatshirt the best. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, isn't that the truth? My favorite sweatshirt has, those holes for your thumbs?
Yes.
But it didn't come that way originally. It's so worn out. I have holes around the wrist.
I know, but it's hard to part with, so you have to keep it.
I love that sweatshirt. It's got to be 30 years old.
Yeah.
It was so oversized, it still fits.
Hey, that's all right. Anything that still fits is good.
Exactly. So did you make that sweater you're wearing?
this is that Madewll. Is it
Oh, by
Hohi?
Locatelli.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The one that I said I will never do a 1x1 rib again in my life. But
I haven't seen that. I really like that.
it's a very, it's very comfortable to wear, and it's fingering weight. So it's very light. It's a lightweight sweater, but it's warm. And so I do enjoy wearing it. It has a nice long cuff, here.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of 1x1 rib here, Karen.
You hate
Lots of 1x1.
You absolutely hate 1x1.
It's all the front and, the bottom was 1x1 and the whole, front. But I really do like it.
It's all in one piece?
Yeah, it was knit. Well, you had to pick up around here.
Oh, okay.
You had to pick up around the neck. But but I enjoy wearing it. It's like I said, especially for Georgia, lightweight, but still warm.
Yeah. I have the pattern. I've just never made it.
Yeah, maybe do a 2x2 rib.
Well, I'm actually tempted to try it on the knitting machine.
You probably could.
And do it in pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a raglan sleeve in here.
I could do a raglan on there, but I could also just convert it over to a set-in sleeve.
Which might fit better, that way.
Yeah. But yours looks like it fits pretty well.
It does, but there's times when I feel like I want it to be up around the back of my neck.
Oh, got it. And it's not.
And in order to do that, which I can pull it up around the back of my neck, but it gets shorter in the back of my behind. Which this is a nice length because it covers that, covers your bottom pretty well. But, I don't like to walk around, like that. Pattern's not meant to be that way. Yeah. So, and then, sometimes I have felt like, oh, I'm yanking it up, because it seems to slide down a little bit. So
that's what we were talking about last week, right? Maybe short rows in the back.
Yeah. But I really do like wearing it because, I like the lightweight. I don't know that I enjoy fingering weight to knit because it takes longer. Yeah. It'd be nice to do something chunky, but you can't really wear big chunky things down here.
No, it's too hot.
Yeah, and this is 100% wool, so it breathes, so it's comfortable. Like this today, it's comfortable.
Yeah, that's good. That's a perfect thing to wear on a day like today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, but what do you have?
I'm wearing my knit night.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
I need when I go out.
Yeah, there you go. You're all set. I love the color.
I could do that. I could just put like one of my regular little masks on, those particle masks, and just put this over it.
Yep. There you go.
But I love this. You're the one that told me about this.
Yeah.
A long time ago. This is old.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't even know what yarn it is.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty color. I like the color.
But I love it. But it is a paid for pattern. I looked it up. I thought it was a free pattern. Maybe she's charging now. I don't know. But it's I wrote it down. I think it's $3.
That's not so bad.
88 cents. So $4.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad price.
Yeah.
I think what happens sometimes is a lot of people will put them out for free for a period of time, and then they will charge after a period of time. I have a pair of mitts that I absolutely love, fingerless gloves. I won't be able to think of the name, but I've made the pattern a couple of times, and it was free when I
bought when you got
first made them, and then I went back to it like years later, and because I wanted to make another pair, and it was like a $6 pattern, and I thought, oh, I know I didn't pay for it. Thankfully, I still had a copy printed, and so I was able to. Yeah, it was on Ravelry.
If you put it in your library, you have it forever.
Not if it goes from free to paid.
Nope, I have a lot of patterns I download to my library. Right,
but I must not have done that.
Oh, maybe
I don't know. I must not have done that because when I did go back to it, it was not free anymore. But anyways, it's fine. It's fine. But I think that's what happens sometimes too, is that, you know, patterns could be free for a period of time. And like you said, then you put it in your library and you've got it.
And then
Because I have done that.
Yeah.
And then later they might charge you for it. And if you haven't downloaded it, then you might have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, when I was a newbie with Ravelry, I didn't necessarily, you know how to work everything. So
no, I still don't know how to work everything. And again, I go on there for my library mostly, you know, because I have so many patterns. I have so many books at home and printed patterns. So, and that's my goal. I'm doing, you know, pattern stash as well as, you know, yarn stash. So that's one of my big goals this year. I know that. I don't know if it's on my 2020 goal list though.
Well, put it down.
20 goals for 2020. I don't know. I have a feeling it's on there, but I don't know. I wouldn't read it. That's
the way that works is you finish something, you write it down on your 20 for 20 goal so you can cross it off.
I know. That's what I want to do. I want to read it this week and I'll be able to cross it off. Yeah.
I just had a friend ask me, she's cleaning out things as everyone seems to be in their home. And she came across a bunch of knitting books and whatever. And she's like, I have a ton of knitting books. Do you want them? I'm like, no.
Oh, see, I'd have been like, yes. And I'll go through them and then donate the ones I don't want.
No, I don't have any room for any more things in my house.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
me immediately was like, yes. And then I'm like, nah, you're right. You're absolutely, I have so many now I don't use.
Yeah. And that's the problem. I have gotten rid of some books.
I probably have 50 books sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I got on a kick, I think it was last year. I got on a kick last year or the year before. I buy a lot of books on thrift books.
Oh.
You get them so inexpensively, like $1 to $3. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a good deal.
I think that's a good way to do that, though, because then if you don't really like the book, you don't mind bringing it to the library, maybe donating it there. Or, you know, if there was a knitting group, which that's what I ended up doing. I did go through some of my books and knitting books and all books. And any that I thought that maybe were, you know, they're usually in good condition because I don't use them very often. I donated them to the library. And I know that our library does have a knitting group that comes in. So I thought maybe they would like to use them, you know, and if not, that's fine too.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
Yeah. So are you working on anything?
Well, I have a lot of projects. I do have a lot of projects that I'm working on, and knitting projects. And, you know, I started cleaning upstairs in my spare room too. So I have that project. The room is a mess. I have the door closed. The cat doesn't go in there. Yeah. But yes, I do have some knitting projects. I do. Do you?
I do. Would you like to share?
Well, I can share a couple. Well, I have the one thing that I've been doing is making some slippers, just regular slippers, you know, and the pattern is Grandma's Knitted Slippers. I got it off of Ravelry. It was a free pattern, and it reminded me of slippers that my grandmother actually knit. Yes, she used to do that. And so this is a beginning. Now this is dark. So this is dark black yarn with gray. And this is just the beginning. So this is the heel section. So it'll fold like this. This will be the bottom of the foot and it'll go forward. So I did make myself a pair. I finished this pair, which of course is dark again. So I don't know. It's sort of a blue mixed with green.
Wow, what a surprise.
Yeah, but once again, we have the toe with a 1x1 rib.
You do love blue, especially on the green end. I like those slippers though; those are cute, and that's a free pattern.
That was a free pattern.
Okay.
And let me just show you this really quick because this isn't going to show up really well. This is my grandma's old knitting bag. When she passed away, I found it. It's crocheted. It's a crocheted like granny square, but it's brown and black. So I don't know if she made it. So when I was cleaning yesterday upstairs in my closet, this is what I came across. This was in her knitting bag.
No, are you kidding me? What is that?
Those are slippers. These are her slippers that she started that she never finished.
Are
Out
you
of,
kidding?
I don't know what the fabric is. I don't know if I'll have to do a burn test to see if it's wool or not. It's really dense. So her pattern
Incredible.
is a little bit different in that it has this extra little flap. So it has a little flap. So this will fold, this will be the heel. And then this is like the little cup, like little fold over. And this is the toe up here.
Oh, Sharon, now what a special thing to have.
I know. So I'll have to finish them.
Yes.
The funny thing is the knitting needles are like plastic, yucky knitting needles. And of course, one is not as long as the other. This one she didn't get quite as far on. So I think I'll try to finish them. I mean, it'll just.
I wish you'd figure out and write up that pattern.
You know what? I could figure it out and write it up.
I would love that. I would love to make those.
Again, it's a 1x1 rib up here by the toes.
That's why she didn't finish.
Yeah. But then inside her bag is this cute little.
Oh, how adorable.
No, it's really cute, but I think it was wool, and it's got like little parts are, like I might have gotten eaten.
Oh, yeah. Oh, from moth.
A moth. Yeah.
Oh,
It's been in there a long time, but I just thought that was sort of fun that I was making.
That's incredible. I think that's really quite special, actually.
Yeah, making those slippers, which is a very similar pattern that she was making, and finding that I had this slippers that she started in her bag.
My sister found my grandmother's knitting needles and sent them to me.
Oh, how cool.
Very cool. They're long,
Yeah, we don't use those.
I don't use those. So I would like to use them even for part of a project. Yeah. And I think they're aluminum. They bend really easily.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, but I would love to do that.
Well, if you were to make any of these kind of slippers, you could use just a straight aluminum needle because you're doing two at a time. You don't need a circular one, There's a lot of.
I'll wait for you to write up the pattern, and then I'll use my grandmother's needles to make them.
I'll have to see if they fit my foot first. They look small.
It's true. That's true. And they look small?
They look small. They look small to me, but the fabric of knit stretches so much.
Yes.
Even without it being.
You want them to fit small anyway, so.
Yeah, because they stretch out. They stretch out anyways,
They stretch out quite a bit too.
Yeah.
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 I hope people can't see all this dust flying around. I don't know. I think I should probably clean. So you're not going to believe what I pulled out the other day.
Well,
I have to pull out a whip. Let me run upstairs and get something. And this is what I pulled out. I don't know if you remember this.
I do remember.
I'm not sure what just happened.
I do remember that. It's a beautiful color, Karen.
Oh, I love this. It's 100% linen, Euroflax.
Okay.
Louette?
Yes.
Canada, Euroflax. Sport weight yarn. And can you believe all I had to do was the sleeves on this thing?
It's really pretty.
So I did get this much done.
Now, is it going to be long sleeved or?
I'm going to make it long sleeve.
Okay.
I tried on short sleeve, and although it looked beautiful, I'm just not going to wear a short sleeve sweater.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so light, and it'll be perfect for summer, spring.
Yeah.
I could put a short sleeve or a tank or a long sleeve under it. So, and the color is Pink Panther. I don't think they make this anymore. They make
It's beautiful. Yeah, I love that color.
Starting off, I made a mistake halfway through, but what can you do? I think it's a very well-written pattern, except for the sleeves. The sleeves has 9 stitches of stockinette running down this, and I didn't like that at all.
Well, I wonder why it had.
Because I don't think they wanted to do the math on the lace.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would make it easier. It wouldn't interrupt.
When you do the decreases. So, they have you doing decreases every inch. Now, I did decreases up until here, and then I'm not going to do any more decreases till I get past the elbow. But I'm not having any problems keeping in with the pattern.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Who did the pattern? Who?
This is C2 Knits.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love these patterns. I have a lot of them. A lot of them are top down seamless. Yeah, this is even a drop shoulder, but it fits beautifully. I mean, well, linen offers so much structure, but yeah, so 3-4 years old.
Well, you'll be able to wear it this year if you get those sleeves finished.
Well, let's make sure I get the sleeves done. So I am focused on that, as well as I'm doing a test knit.
Oh, for what?
I'm doing a shawl.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How's that going?
I'm not sure. I sent her an email to see if I could share it, but she hasn't replied yet. So I didn't want to share it yet. So maybe next time. But I love it. It's a triangle.
Okay.
And it's going really well. I hit a little bump in the road, so I think they just need to fix the pattern, which is why we do a test knit. So
right.
Yeah.
Is it a one color shawl or is it going to be?
I'm doing a 2-color shawl. It's supposed to be a stripe sequence.
Okay.
And a lot of the knitters are doing multiple colors. I just decided, believe it or not, one of them is this Pink Panther.
Oh.
And I combined it with a brown because I wanted a linen, 100% linen shawl.
Yeah. I think that will be nice. It won't be scratchy. And, for our climate, sometimes you maybe want something in air conditioning, but you don't need anything really heavy.
Exactly right. And for me, I could wear it year round.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Because again, I just wanted to take the chill off. I don't want anything that's going to make me hotter than I already get.
Exactly.
Still suffering hot flashes after 3 years.
Yeah. Some things don't change.
My latest FO.
I like that. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just a vanilla latte.
Okay. Yeah.
Free pattern. It's a great, well-written pattern, and I made them shorty socks.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah. And now, did top down or toe up?
Top down. I did top down. I just looking at them now, and one is shorter than the other. I had no idea until just now. Here, wait. Okay, now.
Now they're the same. Yay!
Now they're the same. How funny is that? I did not know. It looks like 2 rows by 2 rows, but that's okay. They're for me anyway.
Well, you know what? No one's going to notice a 2-row difference on your socks. If they do, they're a little too close to your feet. You might end up kicking them.
I can't wait for my foot. Yeah, but this is my new self-striping. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
I wanted spring.
Yes, that's definitely a good spring.
And then I just grabbed an undyed natural heel toe.
Yeah. I like it. It looks very nice, very springy.
Yes, I love them. I absolutely love them. Vanilla latte, great sock pattern.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have patterns that are like no-brainers that you can just work on. Sometimes you're focused or you can't concentrate,
Mm-hmm.
And other times you need the project that needs that concentration, because that actually does take your mind off things to have other things to focus on, which is good.
Yes.
But sometimes it's like, I can't work on anything like that. I got to just have something plain.
That's what I wanted. I just didn't want a plain vanilla sock. I just have too many of them now. So I wanted something with a little texture.
Yeah.
To show off the the stripes. So I absolutely love that.
Yeah. That's a good pattern.
Yeah.
Easy.
I like it.
Easy to memorize. You don't need to,
Do you use your blockers?
I do use them, but you know what? I have socks to show you, but I didn't think to bring the blockers down.
It comes with a hole, but I had to have Dave put in new holes.
How come?
Well, I have a hook that I hang them on.
Oh, okay.
And it was too far away, so that's why there's 2 holes. But I do love these sock blockers, and you know what? They're not that expensive. They're only $25. Yeah. Some of them are like $50 and $60.
Yeah.
So I Yeah, I bought them on Etsy. When did I give them to you? Last year, I think?
I think last year, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Etsy. Her name is KittingLeft. I think she's out of South Carolina.
oh, that's nice.
KittingLeft on Etsy. So yeah, so if anybody's interested, I thought it was a good deal because some of them are like $60.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much.
I agree, and she has all kinds of little patterns.
Little cutouts.
So
yeah,
many
I like the
cutouts.
I like the sheep. Yeah, but I forgot to bring mine down. I mean, come on.
So wait, you just have a plain old sock like this?
Yeah. I have a couple of them. I brought the last two patterns that I did.
There you go.
Thank you. If only I had them here. That would have been perfect. But I wasn't thinking. I was trying to be prepared.
That's so funny. So what are your socks? I want to see.
I like to work on socks because I think they're a portable project. But this actually, I will put my hand in there. Maybe that'll help you to see the pattern.
That's so funny.
I don't know. It's a cable pattern.
Very pretty. I do see it.
And the yarn was by Big Sky Company.
Oh yeah, Big Sky, yeah.
Purple Mountain Majesty, I think. And the pattern, the little cable pattern that runs up there, it was free. It was called Hocus Pocus sock, and I really liked the cable, so I put it up into the top and carried a little bit of it up right into the cuff.
I love that.
Yeah, and the color is really pretty. I think it's showing maybe a little bit brighter. I don't know. It's a pastel-y, purpley color with the speckles, which is pretty.
Oh, it looks pink. It looks pink on my end with
black does it?
Speckles.
It's really a pale purple with speckles. But I like the pattern. The fun thing about having just this little pattern up the side is you just have that portion to think about.
The rest of it's just stockinette.
Yeah, and the rest of it's stockinette. And you know what? After a while, you just know the pattern because it's not difficult. So
memorize it.
It was fun to knit. So that was one pair.
Cable, right?
Yeah, and it was free. This pattern was by the Crazy Sock Lady. I don't know that this will show really well. It's sort of hard to see the pattern, I think.
Yeah.
It's sort of, but if they fit really well. This was just
I'm being nosy. I'm looking outside, seeing who's walking by.
Yeah. This is called the shallow pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady.
Shallow? Oh, okay.
Shallow.
Is that cables?
It's not. It's just knit and purls.
So it's like a float cable.
It gives that appearance of a cable, but it's really not. It's just
very pretty. What yarn is that? I like that yarn too.
This is a universal yarn, just a universal colorway, and it was called Tiger Lily.
Oh wow!
And I liked it because the colors were a little, this color is not usually my color that I choose. Yeah, it looks nice together. So
it almost looks like a tweed.
Yeah, it does because it has little specks of color running through, in there. And then it has this stripe section up here that has the different colors running through,
I really like that.
Yeah, I did too. I debated whether I should make this like a sock for Pete or if I should keep it for me, but I kept it for me. So, that's most of my knitting ends up being for me. Although I should count up how many pairs of socks I've made. I've made a lot of socks, but I've given quite a few away too.
I'd like to know that because I remember at one point you were like, give my socks away. Oh no.
But I have given my socks away. I've given a few pairs to my sister, a pair to my niece, my mom, my dad. I even made my dad a pair of socks, and he wears like a size 12.
Yeah. That's Dave. Dave's a size 12. That's huge.
It is huge. And I've made them for my boys too. So I have done that. And one of the pairs of socks that I first made years ago was a yarn that I loved the name of. It was Cindy Lou Who yarn, and it was by Knit Circus. And it was one of my first, speckled that I bought. I loved the yarn, and the socks never fit me right. I ended up giving them to my sister because she could a little bit different size than me.
I wonder if they still dye the yarn.
Oh, they still do dye yarn, and I'm sure they probably still dye it, but that's all right. I don't.
Yeah, that's one. I don't dye a lot of speckles. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like them, and there's good patterns for them. I think like that cable pattern shows off the light speckles very nicely. I think sometimes if I'm going to put the work into a sock pattern, especially if it's got cables, I want something where those cables are going to show up.
Yeah. Oh, true. Very true.
Yeah. I think some yarns you lose the pattern in some yarns.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, it does. So go ahead.
We have we talked about because we're trying to keep this short, right?
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's been 48 minutes. We're gonna say 30 minutes, right? So you and I talked last week, and I had an idea about doing a challenge with one another. And anybody who wants to participate, feel free to participate.
Definitely.
All you have to do is, so we've decided we're going to go to our stash. We're going to pull out some yarn, and the other person is going to find a pattern for us, right? So I pulled out some yarn. Did you pull out yarn?
I did.
Okay, good. Okay, so are you going to write this down? It's funny. I'm wearing purple, and I picked purple. That's weird. I never considered myself a purple person.
I think the color looks nice on you.
Yeah. Charlene used to always say, jewel tones, Karen, remember? You should be wearing jewel tones.
But you should.
Yeah.
They feel good on you.
Definitely a jewel tone. So this is Cascade Venezia Sport Weight.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Venezia. Now there's 307 yards. Now I have 2 of them, but I don't have to use 2 of them. So
307 yards?
Yep, 307.5. And believe it or not, I looked it up to see if it's still available. It is still available. It's a 70% merino, 30% silk, mulberry silk. So it should have beautiful drape.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I don't feel any itch.
Wow.
So it's on sale actually on websyarn.com for $9.99. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, I didn't think that was bad at all.
Right.
Isn't that weird? I'm really into the purples lately. Who knew?
Is it purple or is it a pinky purple?
It's definitely a purple, but leaning towards the pink.
Okay.
That's a true color.
It's really pretty.
Definitely a true color.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's old. It's got fuzz.
Does it have a color name on there?
Oh, no, I think it just goes by number. 300. That's all it says.
Oh.
Yeah, again, I don't know if this color is still available because, again, it's from my stash. But they still do make it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so.
2 skeins. All right.
Yeah, but I don't have to use both skeins.
Right.
So you're going to find.
I'll have to do some searching on that because, I don't have a lot of sport weight. I've not used sport weight or a ton of DK. Okay. So I don't have a lot of those type patterns because most of my knitting has been fingering weight because a lot of it is.
So you have your work cut out for you.
It is sock. I mean, socks is a lot of what I knit.
Well, yeah, 100 grams for 307 yards. So it is pretty. It's a true sport weight.
Yeah, it is. It's fine. It's fine. It's close. It's in between DK and fingering, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So that's funny.
So finding me a pattern.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to knit what I pick.
But that's the challenge.
I know. And this is a challenge too, because I did have a pattern in mind when I bought this yarn.
Okay.
But this is, I don't know, Diamond Luxury Tropicalia.
Diamond Luxury Tropicalia?
Yeah, can you see it? It looks backwards on my screen.
Tropicalia. Oh, so it's LIA.
Yeah, Tropicalia.
And who's the company? The company's Diamond Luxury.
I don't know. On the back it says Circulo, www.circulo.com.br. Spun in Brazil.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is it fingering?
So, and it is 100 grams, and there's 244 yards.
Oh, wow.
And it's 55% cotton and 45% viscose.
Oh, okay. So that's like a bamboo, I think, right?
Yeah, it can be a bamboo fiber, but it's very...
Isn't there a DK weight?
I think it's very, yes. I would consider it to be a DK weight. Yes.
Okay.
Although to me, when I look at a single strand, it looks pretty fine, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's only 244 yards.
I know.
100 grams.
Yeah, so I think I would consider it a DK.
Ooh, I am shocked. I am shocked you chose that yarn. So I'm really glad you've given me a
You're
challenge.
shocked?
I just knew I was going to be picking out a sock pattern. So this is amazing.
This is not a sock yarn.
Now that's blue, right?
Yes, it is. Come on, Karen.
Do you want to make something? I know, right? That was a silly question. Do you want to make something for yourself or as a gift?
Look, well, it's definitely for me.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
I have 1, 2.
Oh.
I have 5 skeins.
Oh, okay. I thought I was only dealing with one.
No, so I have 5 skeins of this. And actually, your sweater that you're working on actually probably would be a good type of pattern for this. I don't know how many yards you need for that, but also I'm thinking because it's cotton and viscose, it's going to have a really good drape.
It's going to have a very nice drape.
It's very floppy.
It looks really beautiful. So if I could only find the gauge and all of that. What page is that on? Here it is. Here we go. So you need, let's see, so small, medium, large, extra large. So you need anywhere from 900 to 1,500. Now, oh wait, that gives you 1,000, let's see.
10, 12, at least 1,200 yards.
And why are you telling me what you're going to make? I'll figure it out.
No, I'm just saying that it would be good. That I was thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't use this yarn because I should maybe just do the pattern that you're working on because I think it's pretty. But that's the yarn I chose. And it actually is it's like it's twisted with a lighter shade and a deeper shade of blue in there.
What size would you make?
Probably, I would think a medium. I don't know.
Maybe.
You know.
The challenge is on.
So, but yeah, I have had this yarn.
Oh, you know what?
A while.
Look at that.
Yeah, see, short sleeve. I mean, that's cute too.
Are you saying the challenge is over?
Well, I don't know. I think when I bought the yarn, I bought enough yarn to sort of make like a sweater, a summer type sweater with short sleeves. So I think I should have enough for, a project of that size.
Yeah, I'll read the gauge and all of that because this is calling for a DK weight yarn, even though I'm using a sport weight.
Yeah.
Because the linen is considered a sport weight, but it would be so close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. That And what's great about the C2 Knits is they list a whole bunch of different yarns that you can use.
Right.
So like there's this whole list.
Wow.
And on the website it expands it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and yeah, the sample is made in the sport weight. So
that'll going to be a nice sweater when you finish that. That's for sure. Yeah, I think it's going to be really pretty.
Beautiful. You'll probably start yours and finish it by the time I get the sleeves done.
I don't know. I don't know if that there is so much that I have to do. There really is. And I mean, I try to knit every night, I'm trying to use up yarn, you know, and
me too.
Trying to use it.
That's one of our goals now, right? With this podcast is you and I are going to go through our stash and we're going to share patterns we're using, right? Yes. So I don't think we're going to be sharing a whole lot of new yarn.
No, because I haven't, you can't go and buy yarn. I mean, you can order it online. And I'm tempted to do that. You know, I would like to support a couple indie dyers buying a piece of yarn here and there, maybe. But I haven't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, everyone's shows are, you know, that's everybody keeps saying.
Yeah, it's been canceled. And even though you can buy online, a lot of people aren't buying right now. First of all, you know, finances, right? Yes. A lot of people are afraid to really spend money right now. And the fact that although they've proven that, or not proven, but they don't think that you can get it from porous surfaces, so yarn and things like that. But
right,
I haven't been buying a lot. I've been refraining because who knows, you know? But
well, you don't know, and you don't know how long, you know, businesses will be slow, and you know that's the thing. You'd like to support all the people that, you know, really you want to support every industry, you know, but
so bad. I feel really bad for the people that were going to do shows and they have all that yarn.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't imagine if I had planned a show or something and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of yarn. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yarn tied up in money tied up in your yarn. And then if you're not selling it like you would, it's crazy. So
it is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are literally right at about an hour.
Well, there you go.
I was going to put a timer on my phone.
I think we should probably, well, quickly, so you're working on your sweater. I'm working on some slippers. Anything else you want to show me that you're working on? Any other whips?
I don't. I have this, and believe it or not, my goal is to work on my whips. And, you know, I may throw in a pair of socks in there and that test knit. And I'm hoping I'm going to be done with that test knit by the end of the week.
Does she have a time frame for you to be done?
She didn't give us a time frame. Let me tell you, the group I'm in are the fastest knitters I have ever done a test knit with. They can whip out. There's one woman who can whip out a pair of socks, no joke, in a weekend.
Wow.
And it's like, wait, what? The whole pair of socks? So I remember one time she asked us, I think she gave us like a month. Normally she gives us like 2 months. And she's like, oh, you know, I don't want to pressure anybody and it's okay. You can only have one sock. And everybody had it done in a week. It was crazy. That's the first time I ever knit a pair of socks in 4 days.
Wow.
I didn't do anything else but eat, sleep, and knit socks. But
well, see, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't consider myself a super fast knitter, but I mean,
you're a fast
I can clip along, but I could never do a pair of socks in a weekend. I would just have to knit from morning till evening.
Well, these were shorty socks.
Yeah.
They were shorty socks, so it was pretty easy. I mean, I did it in 4 days.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because she's like, you know, we have a whole month, and for some reason, it was just game on. Like, she knit a pair in a weekend. I knit a pair. I think everybody was done in a week. It was crazy. And now I think we've had this pattern for 2 days, and I'm already 3/4 of the way done.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Well, it's a fingering weight shawl, but I'm using sport weight. So mine's going to go faster than normal, but there's people ahead of me. It's insane that this group, it's a great group of ladies.
Yeah.
The designer's really great. So yeah. So hopefully I can show that next time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully next time we'll get to see that.
Yeah. And you're working on socks and slippers.
Yeah. And I have a couple pair of socks in the works too, but I'll show you them next time. They'll be a little bit farther along.
With our challenge, hey, if anybody wants to take on this challenge, send me an email or do a post down below and let me know what yarn you have, and I will look for a free pattern for you to match it up if you want to take this challenge. So
yeah,
I am all for that. Maybe maybe Sharon will be willing to do that as well. So we'll see. I find it a fun challenge to find something for you.
Yeah.
It'll be
a challenge.
You told me you wanted this.
Or, well, that was my thought when I bought the yarn, was to do some sort of just a summer, whatever. But whatever. I mean, if you could find a top, it doesn't matter. I think the yarn will lend it to some sort of top of some sort or
yeah, it might lend it. But wait, did you say it's wool?
No, it's cotton and
viscose. That's interesting.
I know. It is an interesting yarn. It really is. I hope I'll like it. I mean, knit up, because it's
about that, because I'm worried there might be too much of a drape.
Well, it's going to be very drapey, but I think it could get heavy.
That's what I was thinking. So you may have to do a lace pattern.
Yeah, I have to say, it's, holding the skeins. It's weighty. It's weighty. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it'll, pull.
I'll do my homework for sure. Because I'll go to the yarns they list and see if there's a comparable. Because there might be a comparable.
And I never
actually I think there is.
Well, and I've never done I should have, I've had it in my stash forever, and I never did a reverse, like put the yarn in and see if anyone's used it for what patterns, how you can sort of search that too.
Actually, there's a lot. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do my homework. I'll let you know.
And I hope I'll like it, because it feels cool. Like, it's a cool
cotton, especially viscose, right? That's very cooling. I don't think that's very hot at all, and the cotton isn't hot either.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just watching people running by out here, and there's a lot of people out and about. It's 70 degrees now.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure it's that warm out here too. I haven't really seen anyone, but we're so far back from the street.
Dave bought me these coffee cups.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, it reminded me of knitting. So I was like, oh, that was nice.
It is nice.
Always thinking of me.
Nice.
He's always thinking of me. All right. So now I'm getting, look. I like to show my spool.
Oh my goodness. What's on there? Is that your?
I just put yarn on here.
Oh, okay. So it's an old spool from a knitting mill?
I don't know what it's from, but I found it at an antique dealer a few years ago.
Yeah.
It was on some kind of machinery.
It definitely was.
And this was just some Lion brand wool. I love this thing. I don't know. Yeah, it's just sitting here. I thought I'd share.
I have a lot of stuff in my room here, but I'm not going to share it.
Trust me, I'm in my workroom, and right behind me looks really good.
Yeah.
But behind that pile of yarn, there's just a pile of stuff.
Yeah. That's why we only have a picture of what's right behind me, which is fabric.
So funny. It's too funny.
If I were to scan around the rest of the room, you'd think, oh, this is a pigsty. But I know where everything is.
Yeah, I don't know where anything is.
No.
That's on my to-do list. So getting everything all organized. Yeah.
Well, I know. And it's on my to-do list to get to this room too. And I have started. I told you that last time. I did start.
Well, I did start when I got the sewing machine out the other day. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the sewing machine is perpetually out in my sewing room.
Yes, that's because you're a sewer. I am not a sewer.
Next time I'll try
change that.
to bring my sock blockers down so I could put my socks on the blocker.
That's right. As long as they're the same size.
And, you know, I don't ever have that problem because I always knit mine 2 at a time, which I know there's a lot of people who don't like magic loop. And I can understand why, because you're constantly, you know, pulling the cords through and it does slow you down. But one thing is for sure, your heel's always in the same place. Your patterns are always in the same place. You can cut your yarn and make your stripes the same because you've got them both on the needles at the same
so
time.
Funny because it's you. Everything has to be perfect, and it's me. Who cares?
No, everything doesn't have to be perfect. My habitation throw is not perfect. We forgot to put those little eyelets in many, many times, so it's willy-nilly.
Yeah, I want to see that next time.
It's right behind me.
Oh, okay. We'll share it next time. Because look.
Yep. Okay. Yes, we gotta say goodbye.
We're gonna say goodbye. Goodbye. Well, Sharon, thanks. This was so much fun. Hopefully, we entertained for a little while during this.
Well, if not, we entertained ourselves. That's for sure.
Right. A whole bunch of thumbs down, but we don't care. We had a good time.
We did.
Hopefully we'll be back maybe next week. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So
we'll talk about it. Okay.
Exactly. All right. So good to see you.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Good luck pattern hunting.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to need it. You don't have as much.
I know. I don't have as much, but there's a reason for that. So.
And I don't even have a lot of experience with sport weight or DK because that's not usually what I knit with. So.
You will now. You have 5 skeins of it.
I'll be searching for some patterns.
That's right. So I will let you know before we air next time what the pattern will be. So maybe you can get started on it.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
So you let me know what you find and I'll let you know what I find.
Okay. I'll be looking tonight.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I'm going to do my homework. Okay. All right. And let me know, SSKYarners@gmail.com if you want to join the challenge. I'll be happy to find a pattern for you, a free pattern. Just let me know what the yarn is. Yep. Just comment below or send me an email. Cool.
Sounds like fun.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
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 Okay. How do you end this thing?
Stop recording.